Show me a bunch of hearts if you guys are excited to learn some stuff. Steven is about to go into deep details, the scripts, how we lock up deals with homeowners. Get the rebuttal sheet, Steven, so we can go through some rebuttals, and then exactly how to scale a sales team for the people. Oh my gosh, this live is about to be so valuable. Steven, let's just start with, who are you? What do you do? What are some of your successes? We're obviously brothers, like we know each other like the back of our hands, but you tell me.
Yeah, man. So my name is Steven Morales. I'm the head of acquisitions for Real Step. Been doing sales for about 10 years. Just want to make sure everybody's a closer, create a lot of closers. Had a lot of experience, had a lot of success in my past, sales jobs, and really looking to scale and build something special with Raph. So I'm here to teach and train you exactly what's working for us. This company's amazing, and we're going somewhere special. So I want to show you guys what we do, man. I want to show you guys what we do differently.
So Steven is going to go through the scripts of exactly what we say to homeowners. We can even go through some examples of running comps. And then, guys, hit the questions, share this thing, ask questions, and we're going to dig deep on how we lock up deals over the freaking phone in 8 different markets, right over the phone. And, we make at least, if we don't make $100,000 a week, we're doing bad. That's closed deals, $100,000 a week. That's bad. So, guys, we're scaling to an over $6 million company. We're super excited to be sharing this information with you guys and with all the people that we're training. So, Steven, let's just jump right into it. You're a sales expert. Let's jump into, a lot of people are scared to lock up deals over the phone. Why do we lock up deals over the phone, and how do we do it? Tell us about the script, the process. How do we do it? Because all these investors are like, let me go to the freaking house and go look at the house and 65% of ARB. It's a whole bunch of BS. We changed the game. How did we change the game, bro?
We do things a lot differently. What it does, it saves a lot of time, increases productivity, while other investors are out there going back and forth negotiating, driving to the property. We're over here locking the deals right over the phone. It saves time, but we got a very nailed down process as to how we do it, and we use the MLS to do this. We don't do the 70% minus repairs, minus all that stuff. We just cut to the chase. We care about what the end buyers are buying at. We want to make sure we're, lower than that, and we negotiate. We lock up the deals right over the phone. We don't waste any time.
Okay. So let's talk about that for a little bit, right? Let's talk about that for a little bit. I want to talk about exactly how do we lock up deals over the phone? Let's go through the script, okay? So let's say I'm a homeowner, because I know a lot of people want to know, hey, what's the script? How do you use the script? Things like that. We're going to go over the script very briefly, guys. This script I've been spending 6 years developing it with Steven, literally tweaking it with Steven, mastering the script to lock down deals over the phone. And so let's go through it. So Steven, you're calling me. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, this is Raphael.
Hey, good afternoon, Raphael. My name is Steven. I believe we got a missed call from you in regards to a property you might be interested in selling. Got a postcard from us?
Yeah, I was, seeing what it was all about. Talk to me. What is it about?
Great. So our process is actually very simple. Before I get into that, were you interested in selling your property?
Yeah, I am interested in selling. Yeah.
Great. I'm glad to hear that. Well, great. Our process is real simple. What I'll do is I'll just start off by asking some basic questions about the property. That way I can go and evaluate the area right here on the computer to see what I can offer you. It takes about 7 minutes. And just to let you know, we are a real estate investment company, so we don't buy every property we look at. But, we do have a team of realtors just in case we may not be a good fit. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Pause. Why do you say that? We disqualify people before we even start the conversation, right? Exactly. So we disqualify people. What is the psychology behind disqualifying people, saying hey, we don't buy every property we see? Why do we disqualify them?
That sets expectations. This whole script is really based upon the expectations, because we want to make sure our team is focused on the right leads. We don't want to spend time on people who just want to call for an appraisal or aren't really looking to sell. We want to make sure if there's any interest in selling the property, we go through the script, but we let them know up front, hey, we're an investment company, right? We're not always a good fit for everybody. And if we're not a good fit, we do have a team of realtors just in case we may not be a good fit. So what that does, psychologically, it lets the homeowner know that we're going to give them a low offer. And that's okay, because if they don't like that low offer, we have other options available. Another thing, if you guys listen closely to what I said, the process takes about 7 minutes. It's very important when you get on the phone with homeowners that they know exactly what's going on. So as long as you set the proper expectations, it's going to take 7 minutes. They're not going to rush you off the phone They know you're an investment company. It may not be a good fit for you, but at least you let them know you're an investment company. If we're not a good fit as far as the cash offer, we do have a team of realtors, and it takes about 7 minutes. So right off the bat, you let them know what that process looks like, so that way they just go with you. Okay?
Exactly. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I just pinned a comment. If you guys are interested in coming to our next event, guys, we have a lot of people that are on this live that went to our last event. It is game-changing. It's life-changing. We got guys that literally were doing $20,000 a month that are doing $100,000 a month now in wholesale assignment fees. I just pinned it. If you guys want to come to my next event, my last event, me and Steven's last event, sold out like a month before the event even happened. It sold out. We literally were crammed in a room. We got a room full of 400 people. We want to see you there. If you want to change your life, and I come from nothing, I know how it is, and I got a surprise coming tomorrow, Steven. You know the surprise.
Oh, man, you guys got no idea.
You guys,
it's been a while, man. I'm excited for you, so it's going to be great.
But so, guys, I just pinned it. If you guys want to get information on the event, make sure you click on that link and come to the event. So let's continue on with the script, okay? So, hey, I am interested in selling. You know, tell me a little bit about the property. Well, you know, it's a 3-2. You know, my daughter used to live in it, and you know, now it's vacant, and I'm just looking to sell and need some work. So during this time, what are you doing?
I'm running the comps. But one thing, let's backtrack real quick. You know, the first thing you want to do is get the homeowner's name and the address. So I always start off by saying, if they're interested in selling, I always say, great, man, please start off by getting your name and the address of the property. Get the name right off the bat. You never want to get the name later in the conversation. You want to set the expectations properly. Get the name at the beginning. Once they give you the address, you're going to open up, on whether it's Google, whatever CRM you use, you're going to name a nearby landmark. Now, what that does, it sets a good tone for the conversation. The homeowner's going to trust you. They're going to feel comfortable. So let's say, for example, great, man, please start off by getting your name and the address of the property, right? Oh, it's on 123 Main Street. Oh, isn't that right next to, you know, the elementary school, ABC Elementary School right across the street? Oh, yeah. So that way they know you're familiar with the area, okay? Find a nearby landmark or street. That's going to set a positive tone right off the bat without even trying to build rapport subconsciously.
So real quick, what you do is you literally, you act like, so you're in Charlotte. So I've never been to Charlotte. You've never been to Charlotte, right? So we're looking on the MLS, and when they call and say, hey, my property's on 123 Main Street, we look at Google Maps and we say, oh, there's a landmark right by there. Oh, there's a school. There's a church. And we say, oh, you're right next to this church. You're right next to that school, whatever it is. And so immediately they're like, oh, he's familiar with Charlotte, even though we ain't never been to Charlotte. Bro, we do $100,000 a month in Philadelphia. I ain't never been to Philadelphia in my life, And people think that we know Philly like the back of our hand because we use that tactic. We say, hey, is it near this property or that address or this landmark? So that's a great tip right there, Steven.
Exactly. That's right. So once you get that information, you go through the qualifying questions, just like I told you earlier. Our process is very simple, yada, yada, yada. So once you tell them you know, we do have a team of realtors just in case we're not a good fit to buy. That's when you get into the questions and you let them talk all they want. Great, what can you tell me about the property? How many bedrooms, bathrooms, condition? Let them vent. Let them talk about how beautiful their house is, the dog, the yard, whatever. Take that time to get very specific questions, bedroom, bathroom, you know, age of the roof, AC. While they're talking about the property, that's your time to run the comps. Let them talk all they want, get basic information, run the comps. I want to scope out the area. Is this a good area? Look, you scroll over all the houses being sold. See what the price points are, right? Then you want to refine the square footage. You want to make sure
show them, like, we can even show them the MLS really quickly. Show them the MLS. And so while we're waiting, while they're talking about, oh, the house is red paint and da-da-da-da, we're just letting them blabble, blah, 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 talk, and we're running comps on the MLS. Watch, Steven's going to show you real quick. Show you the MLS and how we, like, quick run comps. We make offers in 7 minutes. 7 minutes to homeowners. So we run comps, like, super quick, and that's how we get over 3,000 leads a week. 2,500 leads a week making stupid offers all day, every day. And that's how we get volume done. That's how you do volume, guys. I mean, seriously. Yo, putting on. Yo, if you guys like this information, show me a bunch of hearts real quick, guys. Show me and Steven a bunch of hearts. We're not even close to done. Steven, show them that work. Show them that
Check
work,
us out.
bro.
So let's say we're getting information about the property. They're talking about the house, how beautiful the yard is, all that stuff, right? I'm just going to pull up some random area. This is very important. You pick this up quickly and take some repetition.
And guys,
right?
you guys need MLS access. That's facts.
Mandatory.
You need MLS access. No cap.
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
Okay? So let's say their house is, I don't know, let's just pick this one right here, 807 West Columbus, right? While they're on the phone and you're putting all information in the CRM, right? So on the left side, we have a screen. You put the CRM. You're going to put all the notes here, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, I don't know, 1,200 square feet, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, but Steven, show them really quickly just the comps, the map of the comps.
Right here.
So we look for those twos because all we care about when we make offers to investors are what are investors buying for. So, for example, this investor.
So they bought it.
No, that's not a good comp. Use another comp.
Let's see what else we got here. Basically, if you want a good percentage, here's another number 2 right here. Okay. So look, they bought it for $225, right? They renovated it, and right now it's pending. They listed for $337. It's pending.
So if the homeowner's calling us and our property's right around this comp area, all we care about, guys, we don't do 65% of ARV minus repairs and yada, 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 like freaking all those other gurus are teaching you. We really do this business and we do volume. What we do is we look at what our investors are buying for. That's it. Yo, in any business transaction, all you care about are what is my buyer buying for? What is the end buyer buying for? And so as you guys see here in this area, buyers are buying for $225, reselling them for $337. Okay, so we're not doing 65% of ARV minus repairs and all that stuff gurus are teaching you to confuse you so you can keep buying this shit, right? We're not doing that. What we're doing is we're simply telling you, look at what investors are buying for, and that's
another
the
one right here
that you need to get. There's another one bought for $166, sold for $350. That's a great deal. So now you got the offer. Now, Steven, how do we present the offer? Continue with the script. And then we're going to wrap up here in a second because I got a meeting I'm about to go to.
So when they're telling you about, the condition, bedroom, bathroom, square footage condition, and I'm running those comps in the area, I want to see what the investors are buying for. So the first thing I'll do is I'll click on cash comps and I will say, I'll look for the lowest one. I'll say, hey, are you familiar with Main Street? Yeah, I'm familiar with Main Street. Well, this property here in 123 Main Street just sold for $100,000. I mean, taking that to consideration, what do you think yours is worth, or what are we looking to at least sell for, right? The homeowners are always going to want the most money possible, but what you want to do is you want to price anchor. You start off really low. If they get insulted, and most of the time they will, you're simply going to say, hey, I'm not saying that's what I would pay you. I'm just giving you facts of the neighborhood, okay, Mr. Seller? Oh, okay, great. So taking that to consideration, what do you think yours is worth, or what you can at least sell for? They're going to go up, but my max offer, just using that as an example, is $150 because they're buying at $166. Oh, well, I was looking around $135, $140. Here's one thing that's very key. If they agree to a price or they say a price that's already a deal, you never, ever, ever, ever jump on it because what they do with that is they back off, they shop around your price, they think it's too easy. You want to hesitate. 140. Ah, man, this is how I get juicy deals. Listen closely, guys. Listen closely. This is how I get juicy deals. Let's say our max offer is 150. Our max offer is 150. The homeowner wants 130, right? It's already a juicy spread at that point. I'll hesitate. I'll say, man, 130. Let me ask you this, Mr. Seller. If we can cover all your closing costs, fees, commissions, and close in a time frame that works best for you, what is the best price you can do? Now, notice when I say that, I don't say, is that the best price you can do? Because homeowners are going to say yes, or they're going to say no. Now, typically, people are going to say yes. That is the best price that you can do. But if you say what is the best price you can do, they're going to be forced to respond with a number. And if you restate the benefits, they'll go lower most of the time.
Hey, guys, guess what that's called? That's called NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. This shit is, I done read so many books. We done read too many books for us not to understand what NLP is, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. When we say, hey, we're assuming we're going to get a better price. We're already assuming we're going to get a better price, okay? So that's the reason why we say, hey, what is the best price you can do? Not is that the best price you can do, and giving them a yes or no direct answer. We're assuming they're going to give us a better price, which means we say, what is the best price you can do? And bada bing, bada boom. Now continue.
Great. So if let's say they want 130, I restated all the benefits. I restated the closing costs, fees, commissions. We can close in time frame that works best for you. Now they're at 120, right? 120. Okay. It's already a fat deal. So again, I don't hesitate. I mean, I don't jump on it. I want to hesitate. Okay, 120. Let me do this, Mr. Homeowner. I'm not sure if we can do that price. I got to speak with my partner to see if we can. But if we can, is this something you're ready to move forward on today? What that does, it makes them commit to moving forward today. That way there's no back and forth, cat and mouse. Once they say yes, you put them on a brief hold. We call that marination mode here in the office, okay? We leave them on hold for a good 3 to 5 minutes, and that way it creates urgency. They're going to be on the other line thinking, oh, man, is this guy going to accept my offer? You know, he didn't jump on it. It's like right there, but is this guy going to jump on my offer? What's going to happen? Okay? Marination mode. Very important. It creates urgency. So when I get back on the phone, I say, hey, Mr. Seller, good news. Looks like my partner did agree to that price. The next step is I'm going to email you over an agreement so we can review together. What is the best email for you? Notice I want to assume the close. I don't ask questions and just be quiet. I'm already assuming the close, so that way they're going the flow, okay? I get their email, and the next thing is I want to make sure they're in front of a computer. All right, great. I got your email here. Let me ask you something, Mr. Seller. What is a good time you'll be in front of a computer or access to your email? That's the number one mistake a lot of investors do. They send out contracts when the homeowner's not in front of a computer or they're not ready to move forward. And what that does, it creates doubt, remorse. They shop around the price. You can't get a hold of them. But when you make them commit to the price and you make them commit to get in front of a computer or access to the email, they're going to be on the same page as you. It's very, very important.
Steven, real quick. What if they're like, hey, I got to talk to my wife?
Oh, well, check us out, guys. Check us out. We got this little top secret pack here, okay? Very common objection people come across. So let's open this up real quick because you're going to get that a lot. I got to talk to my wife, blah, blah, blah. Right here under objection. Let me see if I can open this up for you guys. Now, only the students and the people who attend the event, the mastery, they all get this stuff. But right here, I have to talk to my wife or husband before I make a final decision, right? Everybody gets that. And this is how you handle it. Let me show you.
So first of all, step number one, the first thing you do is you don't agree on the price until you say, are you ready to move forward today? If they say, yes, I'm ready to move forward today, that means they don't have to talk to their wife. If you say, hey, look, I just talked to my manager. Is 130 best you could do? Yes, it's the best you could do. Okay, great. Continue on, Steven.
Great. Okay. So I always hesitate, right? Let's say they agree on a price. They come with me. The objection is I got to speak with my wife. Now, the first thing I do, I agree with them. That way, there's no, argument there, right? You know? Sure, if you got to talk to your wife or husband, I can completely understand. Is there something I can clarify for you right here on the phone that you think they might have, right? So the first thing I want to find out is try to open up and see what that objection is. Because a lot of people, they will not uncover that unless you ask them. So it's really important, okay? And a lot of people say, I ask you my husband, my wife. Now, some people do, right? So the first thing you want to do is find out, is there anything I can clarify over here on the phone that you think they might have? If they really do have to speak with their spouse, it's very, very important that you're not too pushy, but you make them recommit to a time. That way, when you call them back, they're going to expect you. So it goes like this. Check this out. Hey, no problem, Mr. Seller. I can completely understand. Let me ask you this. What's a better time I can call you back today to see how that conversation went? What time will he or she be home? Oh, around 5 o'clock. Okay, no problem. I'll call you at 5 o'clock, and I'll call you from there. We'll see how it goes. But you want to make them recommit to a time.
Pause. This is the key. You tell them that, but you don't tell them we agreed at 130.
Exactly.
You're not saying that because this is the problem. Too many investors are like, okay, I'll do the deal at 100,000. And then they jump too quick. They're too quick to accept that 100,000 before getting a verbal commitment from the homeowner to sign. And so when you say, hey, I'll do it at 100,000, and then they're like, oh, now your cards are on the table before seeing their cards. You got to see their cards first, which means to see their cards first is, hey, when are you ready to move forward? And when they tell you when they're ready to move forward, that's their card. And at that point, then you understand when to finalize and make that offer to the homeowner, which means you're not going to have that objection of when I need to talk to my wife. Because if you do need to talk to my wife, that's cool. Talk to your wife. we didn't agree to a price, which
Right.
means that you're not going to take my price, use, I need to talk to my wife, and then go shop around my price. You're actually going to go talk to my wife and see if it's a decision that you're ready to make immediately.
Exactly.
Man, we've been doing this 6.5 years. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Too many years, man. Come on, man. People look at me because I'm 27, you're 28, and like we ain't doing this for real though. Like we really in the game.
There's
We
no
really
fluff
in the
here.
game.
There's
Some of the
no
youngest ones in the
fluff,
game.
man.
Yeah.
People know how transparent we are.
Amen. Love the content. Big love. Come through. Prince of Morocco was there. He knows how dope that event was. Crazy. Next, Steven Morales. Oh.